Biake gima mwanchi mulia beta seni kia Ndizi TV ni gochiaragire CHINSA ISATO chiabono maragoba asine robere boikirano kwa neke mnango koletrande amangana AMAYIA na bereka gwateka korwa chingongo chonsi inye CHINSA as CHINSA mochichi mitandao asense mo ya Facebook na bakwenda gotobwatia gwetera Ndizi TV News Digital na baga sense meria YouTube gwetera Ndizi TV News asense mo ya website na bagotonya gwetera www.ndizitv.net FRIDAH KERUBO nolio kwaneke mna chibi channel yogira wikira sole asenchira ya bene nere Petra Mokeira sinse mo chibi orkelio nigo tokobwata nere Joshua AUTADirected skatonyegera kwira nanda sege keke KERUBO elinde mbengu kumanyia amange. Mwanchi umuliyeli yango kwa ligani bene ilinde tabeto gosanga aso wamo gochaka bona iga goika omoelio. Okomaya AMAYIA yebire biga ni gongo kumanya buna umayiga abo kwenyora nyagosira Jaramogi Oginga Odinga ase miaka 30 yabereke goeta ni gobako gokolekana litkolia lero Amaya County ya Kisumu. Umorobili yo ni gobago koragwa no murayibiki AMAYIA ODM Raila Odinga ase abarai akorwa ase chingongo chonsinya chense bagoikerana okwana amataya yakorwa ase CHINSA mecho nigo bakoerera bunakoba omorai oyobwate okwegena naboigo okwerwa gochia ase okorwanira obosibole w'Abakenya.
Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, it is painfully truth, but it is a truth we shall prefer to deny on a daily basis. This is, as William Shakespeare said, from hour to hour we wrote and wrote as we all approach our graves. When the moment actually arrives, it's always painful, though somehow inevitable. It is always untimely, however old we may be. Jaramogi Oginga Ajuma Odinga on such a day, 30 years ago today, reached that moment when he went home to be with the Lord. He was eulogized, one of the Kenya's greatest nationalists. Throughout his life, Jaramogi remained a voice of reason, standing taller than his compatriots in reputation, performance, and respect.
I'm called Betty Oginga. I'm the last wife of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. I don't say I was the last. I am the last because he's still living with us. And we as Africans, we believe that his spirit is hovering around us. And we want to thank God for the life that he led. We know he left us 30 years ago, but it's just like the other day. To us, he's still living. You come to Nyamira, you will always ask us where he was buried. You go there for blessings. How many of you have come for blessings in Nyamira? And did you succeed? So we want to thank God for his life.
Tinga kiecho boigo nigo Oburu Odinga abaga kwenyora ogwetoma kwaye Jaramogi goika ogosira kwaye niga abaga kwerera okungusanana okukwabetego kwenekigwa gati yabo ase amuganitie kwerusananya na mangana asiasa kurindenya gosira Jaramogi Oginga Odinga akabaka gwetoma nabo igokorwanira obwene bw'amanyabantu na kwenekebuna ense ya Kenya yaberege konyora obosibore.
The man we are celebrating today, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, was a very, very committed family man. He was a committed family man, and he was also committed to this country. And when he died, I can tell you there's a time I disagreed with him. I was disagreeing with Jaramogi because I was telling him, Baba, these people have given you too much trouble. You have been in detention and you came out so emaciated and you had lost so much weight because of all the thoughts in prison. Why don't you just leave the politics alone and concentrate on your businesses so that you can revive your businesses? But Jaramogi told me that, my son, I have lived with you all these years, but it appears you don't know me. You don't know the real Jaramogi. All those things you are talking about, which call businesses and small things like those, only take less than a quarter of my heart. Everything else goes to the people. That thing you tell me to leave politics is my life, and I will not leave it. I will fight for justice, and I will fight for the people of Kenya until I die.
Abakenya nigo babuligwe kweneke bunango sirabale omuraibe kyamagia ODM Raila Odinga soko gendera kurwanirira abakenya anemono chingaki echiga obugima bugendete gokonga okwana omido chingaki abagakomwa okoboko ase amangana nigo ene osenigo abagakorera buna Raila nigare omorai omuremu oyogendete gwetoma nabigo kweneke buna abakenya ngotoligo bale egurubo anemono asensemo yogwakana chingaki serikali ya Kenya kwanza egendete komochigwa kubwatkana ne gurubene ne bagendete kobekira abakenya
atapanda Raila atapanda. Kitu tunachohitaji ni kusimama imara nyuma yake. Wale wenye kupeleka matumba mbele tuwaache, lakini tuwaombe wapate kutubu. Hata Zakayo alikuwa juu ya mti, na Kristo alipofika pale akamwambia Zakayo, na kuona teremka, leo wokovu umefika kwako. Tunataka hata Zakayo ateremke kutoka kule, ajue kwamba nchi inakwenda mbele. Watu wa Kenya, tusishangae tukiona yanayotendeka. Tunaona yanayotendeka, iwe funzo kwetu kwamba katika mwendo huu, katika safari hii ya kwenda katika maendeleo, ya kwenda katika amani, ya kwenda katika furaha, ya kwenda katika ufanisi, si safari rahisi. Ni safari ngumu, na inahitaji watu kama Raila ambao wanasimama imara, ambao wanasimama juu ya kweli, baada ya mateso, baada ya vitisho, hata kuambiwa atapelekwa mbinguni. Hakutishika, bado anawaambia watu wa Kenya, kujeni, twende mbele, tuungane pamoja, tupige vita, tupige safari mpaka tulete ukombozi tena. Nyinyi kila mmoja wetu anao wajibu wa kusimama kuendesha neno hili, kuendesha injili hii.
Nonyana bo nigo Raila Odinga abagakora umurubiri yoboikirano asabaga kubwatania abarai akora chinsemo naboigo AMAYIA Nyagusira Jaramogi Oginga Odinga okwana chinga kibaba goikirana asegesasimero kikebete gikwaga chwana Nyagusira nigo abagakoboria abakristo komosira asokoenana ebiegwa gochia asebisasimero.
So we did it then with Job together, and when Job passed on, then I continued myself until we are here where we are. It is still a project that is ongoing, an ongoing project. And last week we were here, and they told us that there's a sound system that they want to put up here, and there are pews which they still want to do, but they will be fundraising on another occasion, not today. Today, as a family, we are presenting these 2 chairs to the church. On top of all that, we are also adding to the church a contribution here of 200,000 shillings. And I just wanted to request that if there's any Christian who wants to join and work a say, this is the time.
Wono simoi mia yudo nying manyien kara yesibe mia yudo nying manyien gala gala mia yudo.
Bunentere moyo gokeania ogoicherana imyomochio Nairobi ni golit kolerero mu waziri w'obosombi Kipchumba Murkomen abaga kuigora bene enchira yogosoka kurwa Nairobi Express gochia aso gatagati bomochi o Nairobi okwana nigo ainekya eyene enchira eserikali ya Kenya Kwanza egendete kubwaterana ne wizara yaye aso kwenekya obokoreri obya imyomochi o Nairobi oigoni go aliira gochikobwaterana ne serikali nene asokwenekia obwaga chigwe chipara ase chinsemo wabere bogokorekana bwikirano.
And from here they can come in back to the LICC around the back to join to the CBD. So
the seat of government actually was not being served by the expressway easily. As a result, I promised Parliament and the country, through Parliament, through vetting, that I was going to work together with the investor and Kenya National Highway Authority to make sure that we have this express exit to the CBD. And as a result, we are here today as a fulfillment of a promise. And I just want to congratulate the Nairobi Expressway itself, led by the Moja Express, for the good job they have done to make sure that they construct this exit within 5 months. This is commendable. It's a job well done. As you can see, the exits are 5, making it possible for us to handle the traffic that comes to the CBD. We want to thank Kenyans for the support they are giving the investor and giving the
Magega ya machibu ya matemo manene a KCSE kobwatokwa na baigo aborokia abanene nigo babere bakwenyora akongu kobwatikana na machibu amabe hokwana abanyakiombe korwa ase kiombe gianach korwa sensemo ya West Pokot nigo bamochia ebikorwa ase aborokia abanene babere bagoseliwa korwa chiskuru ase bagania ekiombe gyokolika bali mukoimukia egetambukero kebwenete baigo nigo wolia abaiboli kweneke bnanko bwaterana bale asogo sonsora emechando nigo chinga kechibo igoba bakweneke bna nigo babire bagokora emirimo yabo boikirano asibabolia abaiboli ko bwaterana na aborokya na baigo aborokiwa elinda kweneke obokoleri obia ase chiskoro.
That of recent past, some few weeks ago, we have seen scenarios in this country whereby people go to schools and hone teachers in a very bad manner from their offices on the pretext that the results are poor. We want categorically to state here candidly that the Kenya National Union of Teachers condemns the acts being perpetrated by the parents and some politicians inciting the community to invade our schools. Yes. We are saying, in pragmatic words, that teachers do not produce results only. Results are got from so many stakeholders, including the community, the teachers, the sponsors, the children at large. Yes. We teachers, we do our work very diligently. So in a scenario whereby the results are not good or it is not pleasing to the community, there is no need to invade our schools. Better go to schools with board of governors, with all the stakeholders and sponsors of each and respectable school, and discuss the way forward, how to make best of
Abarai aokurwase kaunti ya Kakamega nigo babulire serikali enene kweneke binango bwatuka bale chibesa cha CDF ase chingaki chibwenete elinde kwa aboroki abanene chingaki chinyororo chiogwetenenera chingaki echobo igo nigo babulia abakenya gotaselia aboroki abanene korwa ase chiskuru anero chiri chabere chigo kolebobe asa matemu amanene
TSC warudishe walimu Isongo. You cannot correct a mistake by doing another mistake. We cannot correct a wrong by withdrawing teachers. But for sure, why did we reach there? Who is to blame? By the time our whole school is producing E's, where is TSC? Where is quality assurance? So really, it is a bipartisan discussion. The community, TSC, Ministry of Education and us leadership, we must come together and agree.
Tunaomba tu Ministry ya Education itoe pesa kwa wakati kwa mashule, kwa sababu shule mingi zinasumbuka kwa kuchelewesha kwa application ya shule. Shule serikali ikitaka walimu wafanye kazi vizuri, watoto wakae vizuri, then lazima watoe pesa mapema. Hata yetu ya CDF tumepiga kelele, ndio juzi wametoa kidogo, hata wajatoa 25%. Tunaomba serikali itoe pesa ya CDF.
Nechingaki aboroki wakora chinsemo abagendete konyora ogosirwa elinde kweneke bnanko genderera bale kwenyorera chisemi oboikerano litkolera korwa asensemo ya jem nigo aboroki wa AMAYIA emerongo 5 noyomo na 5 banyara ko bakonyora ogosirwa kubwatikana no gokorebya asamatemwa amanene a KCP nabigo kweneke bnanko genderera bale ne kirasi ya kenda okwana abarai korwa chinseme choni go baba segeta gokora omokia nabo igokweneke bnango mesebale ensemo ya jem.
Gentlemen, all protocol observed. We gather here today during this inaugural phase of this noble and timely initiative to unveil to you the support that will go to 168 students who have been carefully identified from the 6 wards of Game constituency. Those who have been picked by the selection committee as beneficiaries were selected through a fair, transparent, and rigorous process where only the very needy and deserving cases of students who did exceptionally well in their exams last year have been selected. We want to take this opportunity to most sincerely thank the committee that worked tirelessly to ensure we have the list of beneficiaries without any biases or favoritism whatsoever.
Time and back, Game was seen as the gem of education. Game was #1 in everything. We had professionals, we had educationists, but right now, Game has remained back for drunkards because there is no education in Game. Poor leadership. I'm taking this challenge to our young leaders. Please, what Abala Wanga have done, take it into your hearts. He's not done it for prestige or to seek any leadership, but it's from his humble heart to see our children getting something in the future.
Education generally is a game changer. Education is an equalizer. Education normally has got 3 thongs: the socio-economic and the political elements in life. So I want to thank sincerely Mr. Balawanga for deciding to do this, because if you go to the internet today, we have a boy going to Kanga. Yesterday there are 2 boys who went to Kanga with empty boxes. And so by the time the boxes were being checked, they broke down and wept, including the parents, isn't it? So maybe even if ours had gone to Kanga he could be amongst them. But let us thank God for seeing it fit that there is somebody in game who can think differently. Because
serikali ya Kenya Kwanza nigo egendete guikirania manifesto yabo animono asense moyo murubiri bukwaga chachi nyumba chingiana bigo chirigorire inse kigima ime county ya Kiambu abamenye bensemeyo nigo litkolia rero asumusangirekano obakogokorekana asense mo ya Ruiru baba korwa ebirengereri byabo asebaerera obwoba kubwatikana no murubiri yo nigo barwa ebirengereri byabo buna chinyombe cyo kikirabe chikwagachwa nigo babwate obulemerwa bwebirasi asebagania abarai kweneke buna chinyombe cyo kikirabe chikwagachwa mbabe bagosira ewizara y'ekisemi
ya mashule hatuna madarasa ya kutosha. Kwa hivyo tukikaribisha wageni wakuje wachukue haya manyumba, tutakuwa na shida kubwa sana ya masomo na hata ya elimu katika eneo letu la ubunge.
Wakati approval za nyumba zinaletwa, anapitisha within 2 days. Si ndio? Anapitisha tu haraka ndio kujengwe manyumba watu wafanye kazi. Na sio tu za serikali, hata za raia huko nje mwenye anataka kujenga. Ipitishwe sababu kazi ni kazi, si ndio? Kama imetoka kwa government, kama imetoka kwa raia, tupitishe hiyo. Na MCA hiyo tupiganie.
Tunataka kuambia nyinyi na kuhakikishia nyinyi kwamba tumezichukua. We have written down each and every proposal, each and every opinion, each and every complaint, because kuna wengine pia walitoa complaints. And even if those complaints are not part of this law-making process, it is also complaints that we can also urge or recommend to the State Department to include them in their regulations, so that, kwa sababu not everything will appear in the law, lakini kuna manini zingine zenye zinazatokelezea kwa
abamenyi bensemo ya Embu nigo basemiriwe ko bamaiso elinde gwetanga kurwa asokonyora amaroire okwanera abamenyi bensemeyo nigo ba abaraikura CHINSA baba kobolia kwenekia obochenu bwekerengo keigoro mono anemono aso gutumika amache amakinunuku kobwatikana no kwatika kwa maroire ayabetega kolingolwa amatuka bwangoiga
which is being done just below the market, the old market, and they have already destroyed 9 of our manholes. And you have to destroy the manhole, even the debris from the road is getting to the manhole. So it's a matter of time before the road is, the sewer is blocked, it has to overflow, and then we start fighting with NEMA and the public health.
As a county, we are planning to have a water rig. We are talking about water being in every corner of the county. I think Prof and Waziri can bear me witness. The rig is at a very advanced stage of coming. But what we were discussing was that it would be useless to have a rig and then it just stays in the county and is not able to perform.
Sometimes we find a road is being done by the county government. So inabidi wakati mwingine tukose maji kwa sababu mfereji ikikatwa maji inafungwa. So
kubwatikana nebikorwa by'abasubati goitwa ase chinyomba chioboraro nigo egati y'abasubati babere bagwesoke bene nabo igokogikeria enganeyo basangana baliki bamangana nigo babolirie serikali kweneke bunango imuke bale egetambukiro kebwenete nabo igokwango ya obotuki ase babolire bali barabe bakobwatwa na mamocho yoboiti kweneke bunango imukirigwa bali getambukiro.
Hence, we are standing here today as women leaders from all walks of life to not only condemn the violence meted upon women and girls, but also have an intimate conversation on how we can all participate in stopping the vice within the society. It is therefore my commitment and our commitment that of the government to do all within our power. First, to nab the suspects, but to also urge the judiciary to expedite cases of intimate partner violence.
Comes to matters murder, nobody should celebrate. Nobody should even try to justify why another human being should die. And we want to ask that as you cover this issue, we request that you don't bring the line that tries to suggest that a murder could be justified in what
Munenjere moyo gusira chigosori ni serikali ya kaunti ya Kwale yaimukire egetambukiro gyokorosia ebiti. Okwana omugavana Fatuma Achani ni gabaga kurugochika gocha Ansabanyakonda kwenekebuna ebirengo byebiti ebyo ngokini wabire. Waigoni go ainekebuna egetige chigosori kya Kwale ni go bokoreri bwaye bwabere bogwikirana ase kerengo kyemerongo kyanda igoro yemya ase timu ya Bandari FC erabege kogosereria.
Ile Kwale Stadium ambayo inaendelea kukamilika. Pia tumeendelea kuhakikisha hivi viwanja vingine navyo tunaendelea kuviboresha. Leo hii tunaboresha hichi kiwanja cha Ramisi na baada ya hapa pia tutaenda pale Mvindeni.
Ni kuhakikishia kwamba tutafanya kazi na ile kamati ya PMC ambayo iko hapa kuhakikisha jengo lile limekuwa madhubuti na limeweza kujengwa kulingana na matakwa ya biki.
Itakuwa rahisi na utulivu kwa kuangalia mpira. Tunashukuru kwa serikali ya Madam Governor. Mpira Ramisi umeendelea sana. Tunaomba tu tuendelee kupata haya matunda yako inshallah.
Mwanchu murigereria kurwa soroboti oruni wana ikiro moelio bwa mangana maya asevire biga kulinde toska tonyegera ende kubwatia emirobirinde migeta seni kya Ndizi TV nabo kwenda kutubwatia sense mochi che mitandao sense mo ya Facebook wetera Ndizi TV News Digital nabaga sense meri ya YouTube wetera Ndizi TV News sense mo ya website nabo kutunya wetera www.ndizitv.net maiga kamera soko ne kibina ebichana boigelio ya gwikira sore asenchira ya bene nere Petra Mokeira asense mochi biyarkele tobe tukubwatanere Joshua Auta na incheria na FRIDAH KERUBO ndemo Steven ngochale asegekeke KERUBO siri ndakoletro murubile wiki umbu ya siasa twara umurigiria burubuya.